as you know, we've got operations all over the world. So our head office is in Canada, and then we, of course, sell through the U.S. We have offices in the U.K. as well as the Netherlands, and again in Australia. And every market's different, and it's really quite interesting. The Canadian service providers, I find, are doing very well. And what you tend to have is, it's like anything, you have a lot more service providers in the US than you do in Canada, and so as a percentage, the percentage that are excelling is most probably the same in both geographies, but you just happen to have a lot more in the US, so you have more numbers rising to the top that are really accelerating their growth. So the Canadian market is alive and well. I would say, you know, as we traditionally have seen, the Canadian IT market is a little slower to adopt services than the US market. But what we've seen since we launched our new End Central platform with the hybrid licensing model and the Essentials licensing and the free Endpoint Security Manager is that a lot of our Canadian partners have really taken this and are running with it and growing really quite nicely. Well, yes, the growth year to date since we launched in Central 7, again with this whole hybrid platform model, we've seen the number of small and medium-sized businesses that our partners are managed grow from 23,000 to over 33,000. So we've had a 45% growth in the last 7 months, which on an annualized basis is about a 77% growth rate. So it's been absolutely fantastic. Now the reality is that still 85% of the small and medium-sized businesses are not managed today, and their devices aren't managed. So we've only begun to scratch the surface. And when I say we, I refer to Enable's partners. So the opportunity is absolutely massive for them to get out to all of their non-managed customers today and get them on their dashboard. I'm giving you the software for free, so get out there and leverage it. And then for prospects, use it as a prospecting tool to go in and show small and medium-sized businesses where they have problems and why they're not being serviced properly today, and how your services are going to help fix these problems. And that's where we're seeing the real growth within the small and medium-sized business market. And as I say, the opportunity is massive. On a global basis, there's 66 million small and medium-sized businesses, and a tiny fraction of them are currently being managed. Well, when you think of the pyramid of small and medium-sized enterprises, so sub 1,000, there's 5.6 million small and medium-sized enterprises in North America. Companies with over 1,000 employees, there's only 8,700. So what you have is most of the service providers going after that mass market, and fewer that are large enough and have the skills to go after that mid-enterprise market. So what we're seeing, and it's actually really quite exciting, is our mid-market business is growing at a very rapid pace, and it's things like Lethbridge College, being a good Canadian institution, becoming a customer of ours. Ottawa Hydro is another example of a good Canadian company. And a number of U.S. banks have become customers, insurance companies, GE, and the list goes on. So the actual mid-enterprise program is being really successful. Now we're also Enable is doing a lot of marketing into vertical-specific areas such as higher education, financial services, healthcare, where we're going in and we're generating prospects and then working with our partners to move them through the sales cycle. So not only are we getting leads from our partners, we're actually going out and driving leads to drive more sales to our partners that are qualified to sell to the mid-enterprise. And so this is a great growth area for us as a business.